Hi, hello everyone. It's me, Karakon Pulveron, and today we're doing something different than usual. Originally, I was supposed to join Cal's stream today, but then the stream had to be canceled because a lot of people were quite. There were lots of unforeseen circumstances, but that's totally fine because Cal will reschedule their stream to next week. So definitely check that out. Unfortunately, though, I cannot. Well, I'm not available next week and for the following weeks, possibly. I'm not quite sure about my schedule, but I'm going to be very, very. Well, I'm assuming that I'm going to be very busy this coming um, August, as I'm already gonna be very busy next week. So this is what we're doing today, and I know the setup is very different from usual. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As you can see, it's like a board and everything, and it's lots of how do I say this? Well, I wanted to try something different. Um, Karen, nice cape and monocle. Yes, sir. Hey, you did listen to the ASMR Panda, but welcome. Wait, let me show Panda the ASMR that he missed earlier. Let me listen to this beautiful C Asian school ASMR. Listen to this ASMR, okay? You have to listen. Oh yes, brings back memories. Brings back memories for when I went to school and everything. But yes, welcome. Today we're doing something different. As I was saying earlier, we're having a topic where I just yap, and this might actually turn into a YouTube video actually, because this will be a commentary video and stuff. Wow, brings back memories from school days. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. Oh, I didn't mean to bring you back. Oh, I didn't mean to bring you back. Oh no, I didn't mean to bring you back. Oh, look at the hallway. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. I definitely did not make this last minute. I definitely worked this like weeks ago and not just suddenly right before stream because I thought it would be very silly to do. But yeah, today as I was trying to tell you guys, I'm just I'm a 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 chameleon. They come and go. Da 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 da. Wow wow wow. Okay, wait. I'm trying to think. What was I saying? What was I supposed to be doing today? It's been a while, you guys. I forget. OMG, the hallway where I got broken up with. Oh no! Listen, Panda. It's okay. School is great. You learn lots of new things and everything, yeah? Yes, sir. It's all good. It's been a while since I've streamed, so I'm a little bit rusty, not gonna lie. I honestly just made those redeems today just because I was like, oh yeah, something cool would be fun to be added to the stream because like I'm gonna be talking about over the garden wall, kind of like a teacher and stuff, and then you guys would kind of be like my students and stuff, so that I would kind of be kind of interested. I don't know, because I don't know if this is interesting for you guys because I'm talking about something that I'm very interested in, but I don't know if you guys are interested in. But I'm gonna make this into a video. Yes, sir. That's what I'm gonna do it today. Yes, sir. That's it. That is it. That is it. Yeah, we're just talking about over the garden wall today. As I was saying, because due to unforeseen circumstances, a lot of people unfortunately had to drop out from the stream of Cal. And I forgot to show you guys. This is my ID card. Yes, you guys see before and every time, right? Karukon Pulveron, aka Karukon. Species is human, and I am a certified 100% professor. Absolute, very much legal ID card. Indeed. Very cool, and as it says, I am very smart. I am very smart as I have, a little monocle on my face. So yes, this is a very legit, amazing ID card that's valid for years to come and everything. That doesn't expire at all. No, sir. No, sir. Yes. As I was saying, unfortunately with CalStream, it had to be canceled because a lot of people had to drop out of today's stream. And that's fine, you know what I mean? Life happens. Unfortunately, though, because also life happens for me, I can't join their stream next week. So I was like, you know what? Why not show you guys today my PowerPoint presentation? It's gonna be like a solo project, except this time there's no pressure because nobody's actually looking at me. Just you guys silently judging me. I don't know if you're silently judging me, but I'm assuming that you guys are slightly something. But yeah, what we're gonna be talking about today is, hey, don't do that, no, because the booze. No, I just came back. Oh, and also, I was very sick the past week. When I was playing gambling with friends, I wasn't doing so well, honestly, because of like the graphics. The graphics made me really, really dizzy, and then I was like, wee woo. Kara needs to puke now, and so yeah, let's just say Kara had some health problems. Yeah, I think you guys saw the post, but I'm much better now. I'm recovering. I'm healing. I can eat normally now, kind of, not really. Some certain like foods are not yet. I'm not yet allowed to eat yet because my gut isn't ready yet. But you know, it's all good. It's okay. It's gonna be happy. At least Kara's out of the hospital. You know what I mean? Oh, hope you've gotten better. Yeah, I've gotten so much better. Thank you for asking, Panda. Yeah, I'm quite excited. I do feel you know, sad that I won't be able to join the rest. But you guys must watch. You guys must. It's a must. You have to watch the stream next week on CalStream, especially since I'm not gonna be streaming next week Friday because, as I was saying, I'm quite busy. The full weekend probably of next week. So yeah, please check out everybody's work. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. It's fantastic and everything. So yeah. This is what I'm presenting to you guys. I'm a nerd out. You guys can have questions. You can make some comments. You know, I mean, like I don't really mind. Like it's all cool with me. I just wanted to tell you guys like my fixation, something that I'm really into, and that topic is actually Over the Garden Wall. Now, this will be like a commentary video and stuff. So, I've been researching. I've been researching so much. You have no idea. I've been researching on this topic and like studying this topic since I was 17. Oh, hello, Gecko. Biggest of yays. Gecko, you missed the ASMR. Oh, what was us? We have to go back because there's a new person. We have to do the ASMR thing. Go back to the place where you used to study in school. Unless if you're not from the sea, then this doesn't sound familiar to you. But if you were a student from the sea, this sounds very familiar to you. And you see these hallways, yes, where your broken heart, well, Panda's brokenheartedness went to. Oh, hey, T. Not school again? Do the sounds kind of sound kind of familiar to you. Oh, the dog barking. Oh, the people chatting. Everybody doing everything that they want to do. Stress? Oh, yeah, don't worry. I was supposed to do 5 POVs, but I could only sketch 2 so far. So only like this POV and this POV. And then I have this one. I couldn't make it in time. I legit was like, well, I have an hour or almost 2 hours before the stream. Might as well draw something. The sound is not familiar to me. You didn't have an experience, Gecko. Oh no. He's not from the sea. He's American. Well, I'm assuming, but I don't really know. I'm just guessing based on your assumptions and everything. You know what I mean? But I don't want to be racist or anything. So yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Oh my reverb is still on. Thank you so much, T. That one annoying bird at 7 a.m. when you know you're late. Exactly. Thank you for the lurk. Yes. Thank you for the lurk, T. Do your thing. Really appreciate you. You're amazing. Yep, Morgan, got you. America. Oh man, okay. So I was supposed to have some like additional stuff onto the stream, but the problem with Karu is that Karu kind of crashed OBS 4 times legit right before stream. I crashed OBS 4 times right before stream, because I was trying to do a lot of things, and I was like, well, that doesn't work. I guess we're stuck here. You're stuck here with me like this. Ruh-roh. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about my fixation, as I was saying. Unfortunately, I couldn't join. Wait, why did everything go away? Why, where, how, what? Oh my god. Oh my god. Can I go do the screen thing? Can you put me back over there on the other side? Hey, look who's here. It's Ajax. Oh my god, I forgot that I'm supposed to shout out everybody. Ajax, oh my god, you're here also. Oh, we have to do the ASMR again. Oh, ASMR. Ajax, does this bring you back to your time in school? Maybe it's even closer to being in high school. I'm not quite sure, but I think that the dog barking and everything is pretty close to the ASMR. Well, I mean, I don't know if he's actually listening. Let me do another shout out to Ajax Horatio. Boop. There we go. Okay, I definitely had to do those shout outs. I thought I was you went to a private school. You know what? That's fine. That's fine, Ajax. That's fine. It's okay. There was no ASMR like that. That's crazy though. That's crazy that there was no ASMR like that though. Insane indeed. But yes, we are going to be talking about Over the Garden Wall today. So if that's your thing, don't worry. There's no spoilers. No spoilers. I tell you guys, there's no spoilers. No spoilers. I tell you guys, there's no spoilers because I'm the one who's talking. Okay, I'm the one who's talking. So there's no spoilers over here in this in what I'm doing. This is basically it's a study. It's going to be a historical study on the art, the making of the show, and on the fashion history. And because it's my stream and everything, originally this was supposed to be a 20-minute pitch, but because, you know, I'm on my stream, I can do anything. I can take as long as I want, and I can annoy you guys as long as I want. So yeah, we're going to be talking about this for a while. I'm assuming it might take me maybe 30 minutes, maybe, unless if people start asking, and I don't mind people asking because I've researched so much that I feel like, you know, if nobody asks me anything, I feel like, you know, one of those professors that who's like, any questions here, class? Any questions? You know what I mean? That's how I feel like. That. You're looking very dapper, by the way. Thank you. It's been a while since I've used my remix model because, again, it's pretty it's not super heavy, but, you know, as I try to not crash my OBS, kind of heavy because of how many backgrounds I have. Yes. Any questions? Violent reactions? Oh yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Are you guys okay? Are you guys fine? Oh, galit pa kayo. Are you okay? Are you fine? Do you have any violent reactions? None? Okay. Then sit down, class. Like, excuse me, ma'am, may tanong po ako. Exactly, exactly. And then they're like, oh, well, because it's like you asked at the time, like when I like 5 minutes right after I asked if anyone has a question, then the question and answer portion is done. That's oh my god, oh my god. I don't hate the professor, but I feel for them. You know, what I mean, I feel for them because that's it's stressful. But yes, this is the PowerPoint. You see my mouse? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You see my mouse? Would you guys like some background music, by the way? But like, I mean, we could add some background music. Let me be back. I'm gonna turn on the background music. Oh wait. I realized. Wait, if I turn on the background music, it might kind of over. Oof. Later, we'll turn on the background music later. Later. But yes, as you can see, I already put out the references over here, over there. It's shown right on the screen and everything. Because I want everybody to see where I got this from, and that you can see that I actually researched on these topics and stuff, and yes, I did a lot of research, and of course I want to share the references because I want the commentary to be as accurate as impossible. Plus, I don't want to be sued by for libel, so references are here. These are the references. I've tried to research even more deeper into other things, but these are so far the most the most accurate that I've seen as I was searching, because I know you're like, why is there Tumblr? You're like, why is there Tumblr? Okay, for those who don't know, the creator of Gravity Falls, well, not Gravity Falls, the creator of Over the Garden Wall has actually improper citation. No, I don't care. No, because the booze. Who's the professor here? Me. Look, I have an ID card. I have an ID card over here. You know what I mean? References at the start of the presentation is crazy. Yep. See, it says I'm a professor. It's certified at 100% and everything. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there right now, so that because usually you put this at the very last, of course, because that's how it always is. But you're not saving this for next week? No, because unfortunately I'm gonna be very busy next week and might be. Oh! Look who's the one!
You win.
Ajax! Finally! Holy cow! You win a drawing from me, brother. You win a drawing from me. After how many streams, brother? After how many streams? I didn't think it existed. Yeah. You're actually out the hole. He is. He's no. Oh my god. Now it's just me and company. I mean, yeah. I mean, yay to you, sir. GG. I mean, you've been wanting that for a long time. So of course, of course it should be. It shall be done. It shall be done. I am now a lone tenant in this pit. No, Konbini, I'm here. One day, Soup. One day, for sure. You've been scamming me for forever. What do you mean? I've been trying my best to help everybody get whatever they want, brother. How dare you? How dare you call me a scammer? That's crazy. But yes, as I was saying, I really wanted to join Calcifer stream. Because again, I hugely thank Cal for giving me the opportunity and everything. And the reason why I'm even able to have the confidence to try doing this research thing was because of Cal. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for Cal, I wouldn't have been inspired to do this. So yeah, unfortunately, because I'm actually very busy next week, I during the weekends, like from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be able to stream every Friday on August, but we'll see. We'll see. Because I'm very busy. So like the next time that I'm free would be on September, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And for these topics, I know that with these types of topics is that it starts like always on Fridays. So unfortunately, I can't join CalStream, which is why I'm just gonna talk about it today. You know, I mean, I'll just talk about it today. If Ajax finds it, that's like looking for a needle in the haystack. No, she's leaving us. No, I'm not. It just so happened that the schedules did not align. I was just like, well, you know, I guess I'll present this. And yes, I know you're like Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood is here. Yes, Elijah Wood is for those who don't know, spoiler alert. One of the voice actors of Over the Garden Wall. Now, since I can take my time and talk to you guys, I don't feel too pressured, which is pretty good for me. But yes, let's talk about, Over the Garden Wall. And again, this is a commentary video. Please don't sue me. I did my research. I did it. I swear.
Go! Dice roll!
Dice roll. Oh, so sad. So sorry, T. But you lose. I'm sorry, T. You're back. You're back at it again in the loser hole. But that's okay because everybody likes to be in the loser hole. Mixed space soup. I believe one day you guys will be free. You guys will be free one day. Oh, and another reason why my PowerPoint needs to be, I need to be the one to talk for my PowerPoint is because it's mostly pictures. I'll be the one who's mostly explaining. Because I was like, for me, when I was a student, what's nice to have is, of course, a PowerPoint that you could print with lots of words. That's nice. But if I look at the screen, oh my goodness, look who's here. Look who's here. It's Mr. J. Hi, Jay. There you go. Welcome. It is I am Professor Kerukon Pulveron, 100% certified over here. Indeed. Excuse me, so sorry. Good evening, everybody. Yes, I will be teaching you guys. There's no spoilers to this, so it's because I want everybody to watch it. I want everybody to watch it. When I do these types of presentations, I'm like, it has to be something that everybody knows, or if somebody doesn't know, it has to be spoiler free. Because I don't want, there to be spoilers. But if it has to be like lots of spoilers, that's fine. Oh my god, it's Cal! Hey! Guys, it's the one, the only Calcifer San Telmo. As I was saying, guys, please do check them out. Oh my goodness. Guys, especially this coming Friday. Holy, you guys don't know how good of topics people have this coming Friday. I really wished I could have joined, but I'm so sorry that like my schedule's like trash. Like it's just really bad. I didn't think you were gonna present it yourself. Yeah, I decided that I was just gonna present it. Because again, it's just a very it's a confusing PowerPoint because there's no words. It's mostly pictures because, in my opinion, for me to learn, I'm a visual learner. But if I need to study medicine, please write everything on the PowerPoint. I'm not gonna listen to you talk, but I'm just gonna read I'm just gonna read your PowerPoint and I'm gonna print it. You know what I mean? But yes, I'm going to present my presentation of the study on Over the Garden Wall. So yeah, I immediately state my references so I don't get sued by anybody. This is a commentary video more than anything. It's not an actual case study or anything, but I did study on everything. I swear I looked at all these references and everything, all these interviews and everything. So please don't sue me, people. I love your work. I love you, Over the Garden Wall. I swear. So yeah, we're going to be mostly talking about Over the Garden Wall today. This is gonna be again the art, the history, and everything, except for no spoilers. So yes, it is spoiler free, which I think is the biggest of yays. You know what I mean? Because I don't want people who haven't seen the show to get spoiled or anything by me. Because I want everybody to understand at least the background. Because this story has a lot. Okay, it has so much. Excuse me. Please do mind my coughing. I'm so sorry. I'm actually still sick. I'm still recovering. So I'm sorry about that. But I wanted to present still. I wanted to do something because I'm going to be very busy next week. I'm not sure when I'll be able to stream next week. Maybe on Tuesday again, but I don't know. Hey, we'll get there when we get there, guys. We'll get there when we get there. Okay. I don't understand this. Rob Sorcher, the executive president of Cartoon Network, told Patrick McHale, glancing over the project's storyboards. McHale, the creator of Over the Garden Wall, assured Sorcher that the story would generally make sense and that the script would generally be funny. It would also look beautiful as animation veteran Nick Cross was the art director. It's going to be fine, McHale told Sorcher. It's not going to be terrible. Even if it's not great, it'll be good. That's a good point, Sorcher said. I don't understand what this is, but keep going. A show that wasn't even sure if it was going to be aired. Over the Garden Wall. This is the title for my presentation, which is The Beauty of Over the Garden Wall, as I think that this, encompasses everything as to talk about in my presentation. Excuse me. So there are no spoilers in this presentation. As I was saying, I wanted everybody to be able to appreciate the show for what it is. And again, being able to experience the shock value and everything, the art for the first time and everything, it's very, very different, especially when you experience it for the very first time, which is why I don't want to tell you guys any spoilers. It's an experience. It's a journey. It's something that's worth watching, which is why I'm going to be telling you guys this. And fun fact, most of the backgrounds, by the way, are hand painted. So this is one of the paintings. Let me just turn the background music for you guys. There you go. Now we can go back to where we were. Ta-da! Just gotta get my water bottle. Excuse me. So yes, there are no spoilers on this presentation. Whack! Why did I transform? Transform! Transform! I have to transform! Transform me back into a school teacher, man! Thank you very much. That's what happens when you work with PowerPoint and OBS at the same time. So, with this presentation, I will be talking about the art, the history, fashion, as a lover of historical fashion myself, and the concept of Over the Garden Wall. I will also briefly state the music and voice actors of the show. But before we go ahead and talk about Over the Garden Wall, let's first talk about the Tome of the Unknown. Now, the Tome of the Unknown was actually the pilot episode, which means that it was a standalone test episode to evaluate the show's potential. Its concept was that of two brothers, Wirt and Greg, who accidentally took a little black train. Once they jumped off the highway, they got lost in the mysterious forest. With the help of the woodsmen and a little bluebird named Beatrice, Wirt and Greg must travel across the land until they find their way back home. In contrast, Over the Garden Wall, it follows the journey of two brothers, Wirt and Greg, who have become lost in the mysterious woods called the Unknown, to find the journey back home. As you can see, the Tome of the Unknown was a pitch that contained the loose premise of Over the Garden Wall, but with some key differences. The miniseries consisted of 10 episodes, each around 10 minutes long, that were broadcasted throughout the week of November 3rd to the 7th in 2014. So yes, it was a course of 5 days. Each episode feels like an old folk tale, a grim fairy tale, or like a Victorian ghost story. Rock fact. So Tome of the Unknown was one of the two projects that McHale had pitched to Cartoon Network in 2006. McHale had even constructed an intricate Bible with pencil illustrations and paper cuts created with a pair of scissors brought from the local Staples. So yes, he actually made this book. So what he did was that he grabbed the book and was like, hey, let me carve this Tome of the Unknown onto the cover, which is why we see this. McHale wanted the logo to look less Victorian and more native. Excuse me. So sorry. Colonial and primitive. So yes, as you can see, this was actually I believe there you go. I placed an arrow over here because this was the original logo that he made. And as you can see, it's quite Victorian in nature, and he didn't want it to be Victorian because if it was Victorian originally, the show didn't really encompass that. It was more colonial, more primitive, and more native. So he wanted to do something like this. But he ended up going back to this kind of logo style as, you know, the premise for Over the Garden Wall had turned more into a Victorian era kind of work, which is why that's what happened. And in 2010, Cartoon Network reached out and asked if McHale would be interested in pitching a pilot. McHale viewed the opportunity as his last chance to make a professional film, assuming his move away from the entertainment industry. So he updated his pitch with more characters and illustrations. McHale originally envisioned the show to consist of 18 episodes, but eventually settled on 10 to accommodate the budget and time and scheduling constraints. For the players, this is Wirt. Wirt is a sensitive, pessimistic teenager defined by social anxiety, melodrama, and overactive conscience. So yeah, he's basically a theater kid. He's quite awkward and is prone to wallowing in misery. Although Wirt is abrasive and impatient towards his eccentric younger brother, Greg, over there in the corner. as he often blames Greg for getting them into trouble, his dominant traits does include a fierce protective streak over Greg. Now, in contrast, Greg, his younger brother, is energetic, wildly optimistic, and is probably the embodiment of innocence. He is a fearless young child. Excuse me, so sorry. I got scared by the background. And he also has deep empathy towards everyone, including his brother. He frequently wanders off, and so he easily gets distracted and treats mundane items, like a rock, as magical. His catchphrase is, "And that's a rock fact," which perfectly highlights his imaginative take on the world. Now, for Greg's frog, well, he's Greg's pet. He has multiple names. Honestly, I can't say much, as it would cause spoilers, as it says here on the screen. So just watch it. Just watch it. I can't say too much about the frog. Now, the woodsman. A mysterious and grim man who seemingly wants to help the brothers escape the woods. But is he to be trusted? He warns the boys of the beast, a terrible creature that hunts the woods in search of lost children. He also tells the boys to head north, look for a town, and escape the woods if they can. This is Beatrice, a bluebird who was freed from a bush by Greg. She seems to want to return the favor by taking the brothers to see Adelaide. Well, Adelaide of the pasture, the good woman of the woods, as she would be the key to bring the boys back home. But is Beatrice really to be trusted again? There's lots of back and forth towards... One moment, guys. So sorry. I have to drink my medicine. Medicine break. Yeah. Just I have to drink some pills, brother. It doesn't get any easier as as the days pass by, I swear. But before I had to drink 10. Now at least I have to drink like 5, so it's much better. If you hear the background, it's just me getting some more water. Karu of the woods, actually very sick. But I don't know when I'll be able to get the opportunity to talk about this again. So I have to talk about it now. So this is one of the earlier illustrations of the Tome of the Unknown. As you can see, it's very Victorian in fashion and like very pretty. I really like it. It's my style. If I could, I would still wear this type of outfits nowadays. We're going to talk about the visual style. So Mikhail was inspired by warped Americana, old cartoons, and classical illustration in the vein of Gustave Doré. In addition, vintage postcards, as Mikhail is a longtime fan. It was noted that by Cross that they were inspired by the work of Childe Harold, Edward Lear, Harrison Cady, Ivan Shishkin. In addition, old chromolithographs for inspiration. As you can see like with all these elements, it truly is what makes the show. And this is what honestly what makes the show very, like, one of the reasons why the show is very unique, because it's all like hand painted, and of course some of them are digitally rendered and stuff, but mostly as to help with the time constraints, of course. Because if they were to use like full on like hand drawn and everything, I think the network, maybe Cartoon Network, might have pulled the plug. It's not anybody saying that, it's just my opinion. That's why I think what would have happened, which is why they had to digital render stuff and everything. And as you could see, they started working this in 2010, and the show was released in 2014. So imagine having to paint all these immaculate illustrations and then having only a 4-year time to have to finish this, all of these artworks, all the animation, all of the backgrounds, everything, the design. It's so complicated. So Nick Cross, the art director of Over the Garden Wall, had stated in an interview, "A lot of TV is done simply and cheaply, and Cartoon Network said to do whatever we want. So I just went crazy. It was time consuming, which is why shows don't look like Over the Garden Wall." So yes, it is a very unique show. So Cross didn't define Over the Garden Wall's visual style alone by any means. This is one of Cross's illustrations, by the way. The layouts of Chris Chirgiotis. So this is one of Chris's works. And also this is the character designs of Mikhail Somar. So you can see that the three of them truly were the backbone of the show. Hello, last. Welcome. Pumpkin? Yes, there's a pumpkin. It's a pumpkin patch. Because it's a very autumnal show, of course, as we are talking about Over the Garden Wall. So in terms of overall look of the show, Nick did most of the heavy lifting, which was stated by Patrick McHale, the creator of Over the Garden Wall. So he was basically trying to say, in my opinion, was that he gave Cross the bulk of the credit, because almost everything was done, the aesthetics was done by Nick Cross. So since the style of the show is based on old paintings and illustrations, the color theory is more based on an academic style, which traditionally uses black. And this is an example of an academic style of painting. Especially for TV, the resulting backgrounds were and are extremely complex. Cross proposed digital methods to mimic the oil techniques, like glazing. In his guides, many steps went to each piece of art. So this is like one of my most favorite illustrations of Over the Garden Wall. As you can see, they truly worked on it with pencil, first by pencil, and then they painted it, they rendered it, they even did the digital masking and everything, which is very fascinating. A very difficult technique. Here's one of the paintings that Nick Cross did again. As for the second episode that first produced, Cross painted the backgrounds himself to set the template. So these are one of the paintings. I did a lot of the work myself, Cross acknowledged, according to the newsletter published by the Animation Obsessive, because it was tough to find people who could. And it was asking a lot of artists and overseas studio. So he hoarded a lot of work to make it easier on everyone. So the overseas company was Digital Emation. The Digital Emation was a company from Seoul, South Korea, that came on board to animate the miniseries. Mikhail called the show torture for me to watch at this point. Since, he's been open about his problems with it. But it's true that the team got the freedom to attempt the show how they wanted to attempt, as this type of show has always been rare. Because again, not that many shows, especially nowadays, as you can see with... I know people are craving for a lot of traditional art, but again, networks are like, that's not bringing us a lot of money. So we can't keep giving you more, you know what I mean? It does take a lot of time compared to other shows nowadays. So yeah, unfortunately, what they say it's that is not profitable, but in my opinion, it's very profitable, and it makes the work more timeless, because as you can see with Over the Garden Wall, I believe that even though it's been more than almost 12 years since the show has been made, it's still very timeless. People still look back on it. I always watch the show every year. If I could, I would I would keep reading on it, watching it all the time. Veg time. Okay, Panda. Take care. Take care. Thank you. I will stay hydrated. Thank you very much. If you hear an alarm, that means I need to grab my other meds, which is on the other side of the room. So yeah. Now we're gonna be talking about the outfits. So, as we were talking about Wirt, right? We're gonna be talking about the cape. The cape seems to be of an Union infantry soldier's cape from the 1800s due to the context clues of the show. But it could also be argued that it could be a 1900s nurse's cape, which is popular during the First World War by the Red Cross, as the cape closely relates to such, as there is a distinct lining collar and buttons with fabric frog tap. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, both things can be true at once. Maybe they were inspired, this is my opinion, maybe they were inspired by both. It does closely resemble more of, from my eyes, the nurse's cape more, as there's red inside and then there's the blue, navy outside. But according to the lore, for context clues maybe that you could pick up, it could also be a Union infantry soldier cape. Maybe it was just a coincidence that both styles went together. You know what I mean? But I'm not quite sure. Oh, and you should also know, in contrast, his hat is something that I'm not quite sure of. In addition, he wears 2 different shoes on each foot, but maybe this could be the lighting. But I truly think that this is just the sense of fashion of Wirt. He just really likes a unique style, and that's a rock fact. Exactly, Gecko. Exactly. So, the theory, of this, okay, as what we were talking about earlier, this whole theory, okay. Maybe we could say that Wirt has like an eclectic style, maybe due to him having multiple niche interests, and to highlight his confusion and uncertainty of his identity. As Wirt has stated, Wirt, a melodramatic teenager. Sometimes I feel like I'm a boat upon a winding river twisting towards an endless black sea, further and further drifting away from where I want to be, who I want to be. Very much a teenager, and like, I can't blame him. If I was lost in the woods, I would probably be the same. And yes, a rock fact. So, according to the art of the Over the Garden Wall, Mikhail had actually said that Wirt's outfit was inspired by his own rock and and roll alter ego. He wore the hat and cape combo a couple of times, but never really ended up following true the rock and roll plan. So yeah, it seems that he was stemming the costume actually from his musical career, but it never went to fruition. So he was like, oh well, I'll just give my outfit, I'll give my outfit to Wirt. I think it's an iconic outfit. These were the first sketches Mikhail did sometime in 2007, and yeah, it's very Wirt, but he says it's him, so very interesting. I like how we try to look through each clothing and see the meaning of each clothing, and then you have this. But again, I don't know. Maybe there's something more to this. Maybe he was like, yeah, I like the outfit, and then maybe we could tie in this meaning and that meaning. Maybe it's just an opinion, but yeah, it's just a funny realization to see that he mostly referenced it upon himself. Now, Greg, as you can see, he has a tea kettle on his head. Yeah. Honestly, I can't say much as it would cause spoilers. So just watch it. Just watch it. Rock fact immediately. Wow. So, the overall look of the show started off by referencing the illustrations of Childe Harold. So Greg's design started very similarly to this specific boy, wearing a sailor outfit. But then Mikhail said his inspiration was from Johnny the Appleseed, in which probably for the autumnal Americana look to match the show. But this is where the Tumblr post people come up. This is where Tumblr comes up. But as stated in his Tumblr post, he worries that Greg, this was the original concept of Greg, as you can see, he's in his little sailor costume, sailor outfit, which honestly reminds me of Donald Duck, I'm not gonna lie. So I would have questioned it if he was saying, oh, maybe it kind of looks like Donald Duck or something. But no. He was worried about Greg getting too many comparisons to Flapjack. And I get that, because for those who don't know, Mikhail is actually has actually worked on the animated show Flapjack, and he's also been working on before the animated series. He's actually worked on a ton of animated series, but he's mostly known for Over the Garden Wall, Flapjack, and Adventure Time. So now we're going to be talking about the Woodsman. Now, I couldn't find a good quality picture of the Woodsman, so you're going to get the front and back of him, okay? The Woodsman. He's wearing tall leather boots, which were probably based on men's hunting boots back in 1850. He has a frock coat that flares at the bottom, which was seen in 1857. And he also wears a top hat. So, a top hat was the most common. A top hat, which was the most common men's hat of the 19th century, but it wasn't always a fashion statement. Earliest recordings were even dated to it being existed in 1797. So that's very fascinating. I wish I could tell you guys more about the fashion, but if I were going to tell you more fashion of of other characters and everything, that would not be spoiler free. That's gotta be me spoiling every single episode, because I'm gonna be talking about this person and that person and this person. So I can't truly show everybody's outfits, for if people are going to watch this VOD and wonder why I don't show everybody's outfits. Rock fact. So, Mikhail's inspiration for the Woodsman actually comes from a blend of the Grimm's fairy tales, classic American folklore, and traditional 19th century literature. Wish you could stay. Oh, no worries, Gecko. Thank you so much for visiting. Thank you so much for staying. Really, really appreciate you. Biggest of VAs to you, okay? You love the show. Oh my gosh. We need to talk about the show after this. Because this has to be spoiler free. I love the show also so much. Oh my god. I've been such a huge fan. Oh my goodness. You don't know. You guys don't know how much of a huge fan I was. Holy. Well, until now. So, Beatrice's design was just going off the general style of the show. As said by Mikhail, she couldn't look too cartoony or else it would be too weird to have realistic animals walking around the woods, but also couldn't look overly realistic because she had to be expressive and interact with Wirt and Greg. Next, the frog. So the frog was actually based on the McLaughlin Brothers board game. Specifically, this little frog over here near the frog's feet, right over there on the side. You know, those little guys. I think it's like I'm glad that he got these frogs because they're very, very cute. Now, for the voice actors. I'm gonna mention them quite briefly. But, you know, we need to talk about also the voice actors. I just didn't want to make the PowerPoint too long. We're actually quite close to the end. So I'm gonna be briefly, as I was saying before, I'm just gonna briefly talk about the voice actors and the music. So, Wirt was actually voiced by Elijah Wood! And Greg was voiced by Colin Dean. Beatrice was voiced by Melanie Linsky. And the narrator and frog was voiced by Jack Jones. The woodsman was voiced by Christopher Lloyd. So yes, a powerhouse of voice actors. Indeed. I for those who don't know, I'm not quite too familiar with actors and such, but it was quite fascinating to look at these at the voice actors, because as I was watching the show, because I was so like the characters truly, the voice actors were truly able to embody the characters themselves. I didn't really think of them as separate people. I didn't really separate the person from the character itself. So it was quite fascinating to actually find out now. I'm actually quite late to finding out that Elijah Wood was Wirt, even though his voice was very familiar to me, and especially also over here, Mr. Doc, because I used to watch Back in the Future all the time, so that's crazy. But out of all the voice actors, allegedly, I'm not quite sure. I don't know if it was just it could be from the bias of the news stations, because rock fact, here's Elijah Wood. So Elijah Wood enthusiastically signed on the miniseries because he was captivated by its unique visual and thematic approach. He's actually one of the most active people to talk about over the Garden Walls until now. He still talks about it. I've seen it on a few of his interviews, which is why I included the interviews earlier on the references, because again, it's very surprising that he's still able to talk about the show, 12 years down the line, and still like look at it back fondly and sees it as a wonderful kind of situation and everything. So, the music. The soundtrack was composed by the Blasting Company. So this is them over there, and I really love the music. I love it so much. I really love the music of Over the Garden Wall, but I can't talk about it too much, because if I talk about it too much, also like with the voice actors, if I talk about it too much, it might either be too long or I'm gonna be spoiling everything, and I don't want to do that because it's a wonderful series. So the Blasting Company was so the soundtrack was composed by the Blasting Company and also he himself, Mikhail, which wonderfully captures the miniseries' vibes. You know what I mean? The music blends 1920s jazz, traditional folk, opera, and ragtime to create a uniquely timeless, nostalgic, and slightly spooky Americana atmosphere. So yes, my thoughts. I love the show. As you can tell, I absolutely adore it. I've the very first time I've watched it, I was very outspoken about the art. As somebody who really loves art and as somebody who really likes especially traditional art, I was surprised to find out that like most of the backgrounds and everything was mostly traditional. I remember that like when I was quite young, watching the series, it really opened my eyes, and it's because of this and Gravity Falls that if you would look at my sketchbook until now, I still sketch a lot with the brown pen. This is one of the reasons why I sketch a lot with brown pen, because of I'm like, gotta look like Over the Garden Wall or Gravity Falls because brown looks so nice and everything. So I've never gone back since then. I couldn't go back since then because I just really like the vibes. I love the music, I love the story, I love everything. I think it's a 10 out of 10 for me. I know other people don't think it's a 10 out of 10, but for me it's a 10 out of 10. It's a very I think until like the end of time, probably it's gonna be a timeless classic. I can still look back almost 12 years later and still be quite happy about it. I am sad though that they took it off HBO Max and like okay, so they originally placed it on Netflix, and then Netflix was like, no, we can only place it on the Netflix UK, and I was like, girl, what do you mean only in the Netflix UK has it? What do you mean? And then YouTube used to have it because Cartoon Network used to release all the episodes, so I used to watch it almost all the time on YouTube. Because Cartoon Network was they were the actual ones who released the full episodes, the full 10 episodes on there, and they were like, I don't know if it was 2 years ago that they removed it. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe they were trying to get ready for the 10-year anniversary. But come on, even Barbie has released all the episodes. Oh my goodness, I wish I could do this thing with Barbie. I wish I could do a study on Barbie, because a commentary video on Barbie, because oh my goodness, I love Barbie. Barbie's another thing that I should talk about. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I really love it. I love it so much. So thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I don't know if anybody's still here after listening to me talk and ramble about Over the Garden Wall, as I have been nerding the heck out of Over the Garden Wall.